David Monk, Bruno Oliveira, and Kathy Sanford. You can tell when they're teaching teachers that a lot of their motivation, where they come from, is a desire to better society and human rights issues, and they're all very passionate about what they do. A lot of out-of-the-box thinking.
I appreciated the ability the Research Institute would give me in furthering my research into aspects of education that were really exciting to me.
I did sort of want to see what teacher research actually looked like.
So it really provided for me that actual hands-on experience in a very condensed amount of time for learning about what it would be like to be in a little slice of a master's program.
It would give me those skills to be a teacher who's also continues that lifelong learning, which I think is vital to teachers to constantly be up to date on the new trends in education and what kind of things you can bring into the classroom.
I really looked at the importance of arts programs for schools and students.
I was really intrigued by the way alternative schools could better serve vulnerable learners.
I focused on storytelling in the classroom.
I looked at how to use poetry as a vessel for social change.
Inquiry-based learning in physics classrooms.
My inquiry question was looking at barriers that teachers faced bringing in questions of gender and sexuality.
I decided to start researching the nature of empathy and empathy in classrooms. It evolved a lot in the Research Institute.
And my topic of interest was teacher accountability within the BC education system. By the end of the Research Institute, I revised that to teacher professional responsibility.
You were given the opportunity to be creative and kind of do things at your own pace, in your own way. You have your topic and then you have the incubation period in between, and we did all these things, but like the wheels were turning the whole time.
You start off with a bunch of questions in your head and you get a chance to just kind of explore until you find that one question that keeps arising. That was a messy process.
The museum hack was a lot of fun, and then we did a few more field trips, and there was a lot of feeding off of each other and getting to know each other.
More experiences like to get us, to inspire us to have different ideas. It was a lot about modeling how we go about doing the research.
It was the first time where I really encountered qualitative research, and there's a lot of that in educational research, which is fit for the purpose. So that'd be like a lot of interviewing your students, interviewing other teachers, interviewing colleagues.
They said at the beginning of the month that it would probably go in a place we didn't expect, and I didn't really believe them, but then it did. It went in this completely different direction.
I think it did a really good job of introducing me to what teacher research looks like, and meet people who are doing research and get their ideas, see firsthand what research in a secondary school would look like.
I started to look at the benefits that you get in a theater classroom. Now where it's going is how I can take those and apply them to other classrooms.
I ended up developing a workshop with one of the instructors and also like a resource guide.
I'm considering teaching abroad, and my wife and I are ready for an adventure.
I'm hoping I can just start off exactly where I left off at the end of my first practicum and at the end of the summer institute, and apply what I've learned, and then also learn a lot more during my next practicum, and eventually end up running my own class.
And I'm a new teacher. I'm a TOC in School District 61 and 62. I started to really think as a teacher and to try and mimic the kind of research that I saw teachers doing and come up with some practical applications.
It's been great because it's given me the foundation to start a research with the JCURA and just going into my second practicum with an understanding of how I want to be as a teacher and how I want to look at how I build my classroom.
I felt like I could have written a whole book. I felt like writing a 16-page paper did not leave me feeling satisfied at all. As I was writing, it only left me coming up with more and more and more questions.
Yeah, the Institute was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.